I did do a side upgrade on this thing, kind of setting up for IDPA type stuff. And the rear sight blade is an upgrade, and you actually, with the kit, you get a front one too. But the front one's a lot like the original. The original comes blank, as you know, on the Q5 non-SF. I've got a nice Hollow Sun 507C. I do like the circle dot. Let's see if we can pop this on for you and get a vision of that. I doubt if you can pick that up, but I can. Very nice. Anyhow, double click off. Okay, so I got my eAmp, I believe these are. The I will do a drop down on these laser cut. They fit pretty tight. I did do a little sanding on them and they still fit tight, but I don't want to sand too much because they'll more than likely wear in once these little ribs go away, get worn out. So anyhow, I needed a good holster. I had the Omnivores that came with this thing. I got this thing in a trade with an Omnivore holster. And I don't like it because it's locking. And it's an older one, black. And it's I think it's starting to wear or whatever. I probably need a new shim or whatever. But I need to clean this thing. It's filthy. Anyhow, I ended up getting a good holster for it, I think. I looked at a bunch of reviews. It was pricey as hell for what it is. Since I had an option to make it custom, I'm probably going to buy one of these, maybe two of these holsters in my life, especially if I like it. So I did. I told myself I was just going to get a black one, just the basic one, and then I go, well, why not? So I looked at what I get. I got the Tech Lock belt, so you get options. Belt attachment, basically. I was going to go with Tiffany Blue and the Marine Cryptic Typhon or whatever it was. And I ended up going with the Cryptic Typhon in an orange inside. So just got this thing and I have not played with it at all. This is it, and this is the clip they're talking about. I'll have to figure it out, kind of how it goes. It's kind of self-explanatory by the look of it. Very basic. Looks like it has some shims here for a smaller width of a belt. I'm going with a full 2-inch. I've got a nice 511 belt that I got for this setup now that I'm going to be using at the range. Actually, today I went and shot my 45 at a fun match with that setup and with my Omnivore holster. And I didn't have any problems with the locking, but still, I don't want anything to hold me up on that. So that's that. I'm actually going to slide this thing in for the first time. This thing has been safety checked. Like I said, it needs to be cleaned. Let's see how it does just right out the bag, because this is supposed to be a tailored fit. We'll probably have to loosen it. Yeah, I'll have to loosen it. So we'll go right to it. Let me grab my Phillips. And we will start with the top. Put a little pressure on it. Top's already pretty loose, so it must be the bottom one that's holding it. And I'm putting a little pressure down. I mean, I don't think it's really going to click, because it did click. I'll be damned. Okay, I'm liking that. But the screws are totally loose, so I may want to go with a little Loctite and go loose with the screws. But I want this thing. I'm not expecting to do any rolling or tumbling. It may, if you take fall or whatever. That's nice. And it does. It's very wide open at the base. It's actually flared. So I do believe this is totally custom fit. I did get a cheap eBay one for like 18 bucks. And it wasn't like this. This is flared, it's customed, it's layered. It looks like it'll last a very long time as long as it does not delaminate between these different colors. And I really doubt if it would. And it is a nice gray. So gray, orange, and I was going to go with the Tiffany blue on the inside here, and I'm like, I wanted something a little more cool. And then I was going to go with blood red, and I went with orange. Orange kind of complements certain colors in a cool way. So does red. Red turns to through usage and stuff, and the sun hit, and it'll turn pink on you. So gotta remember that if you buy even say red designs on a t-shirt, it's going to turn pink eventually. I'm gonna go with that. It's holding, and I can get a quick draw on that, and pretty cool. There's that safety that latches over on that belt clip. Does it hold far enough away from the belt? Not as much as I've seen on some, and I know they have an aluminum one that sits way up, I think, over here like this. I was expecting it to be a little more of a gap there, but I wouldn't want too much. It'll give you bad habits for concealed carry. So it's good. It's nice and tight. It looks like it's a good about 1.25 inches, 1.5 inches out from the body. So very good. I will go with my other setup, get this thing fully set up on my belt and everything, and see how she goes. But not bad looking as well. $109. Oof. But it's quality. You can feel the quality in it. It is extremely lightweight too. We'll give them kudos on that. So I like it. Okay, so we're set up here. We've got our mag pouches and our setup there. 511 belt. So we're going to put this buckle back on here. I had to take it off for the mags. The holster, it actually slides over. So when you go to do this, this has to be out. This is your little release here. So you just remember it that way when you're refeeding this thing. So actually it'd be like that. Put it to the crook of that I've already got it set at. And here's the clasp on this thing, okay? Over the top. And there you go. You're gonna hear a little ping. And that's it. And I'm sure once it wears a bit, it'll be really easy. Right now, it is a little bit tight. That's my setup for now. For my first setup, I should say. I'm sure I will evolve. Not a huge, I see a lot of them stick way out there. But like I said, I like it close because it keeps me in practice for my concealed carry. I don't want to get any bad habits of winging a holster way out on your hip. It's kind of like it ain't, it's not the Western days no more. So